everybody, welcome back. I'm Urvashi and today I'm going to be talking about Ketu's transit in the Nakshatra of Vishakha from the 14th of Feb to the 23rd of September. So this nakshatra is a very interesting nakshatra. It starts in Libra from 20 degrees of Libra and it continues till 3 degrees 20 minutes of Scorpio. Saturn exalts in this nakshatra, Moon debilitates here. I've made 2 videos on this nakshatra. I'm going to give the links below in the description and here as well. You can go check the videos related to Vishakha if you want to know more about this nakshatra. Very interesting this lunar mansion is. I'll just touch the themes related to this lunar mansion and then I'll go to the individual nakshatras, whatever your birth nakshatra is, and you can see what kind of results you will get. But the major themes, let me just touch a few of the major themes. First is this nakshatra has the power to achieve many fruits on the material plane. So it's a very success oriented nakshatra. Saturn exalts here. Saturn is the lord of the 10th and 11th, natural 10th, 11th house. So success again related to career and gains and ambitions. It starts in the sign of Libra, the natural 7th house. So it's very, very closely related to relationships. All kinds of business partnerships are connected to the nakshatra of Vishakha. So themes related to partnerships, business partnerships, collaborations and marriage and all kinds of relationships, whether they be within social norms or outside social norms, fall in the jurisdiction of this nakshatra. This nakshatra also is the first nakshatra in Scorpio, so there is a lot of transformation connected to this nakshatra. It's about branching, completely focusing into different directions. It's about moving into a different direction, getting new opportunities, connecting with others, collaborating. For somebody like me, I probably need to get in touch with somebody, collaborate with some other astrologer on YouTube and maybe go to their channel, make a video, or have them come to my channel. I would love to do that. So if anybody is watching, please connect with me. I should also be doing the same. So whatever your career is about, you can connect with people related to that because that is how success is got in Vishakha. But Ketu is a mistake. Ketu is headless. Ketu has the tendency of making a mistake. So check where this nakshatra is in your natal chart. How well is it posited? Is it well posited? Are there Sattvic planets here like Sun, Jupiter, or aspecting this nakshatra through nakshatra drishti? Nakshatras also have aspects. So if this nakshatra is aspected or associated with good planets, positive planets, then this can be a very positively transformative time for all of us, for individual charts now. And if this nakshatra is associated with planets, Rahu is posited here, Saturn is aspecting, and then Ketu is transiting, and then it's in the 8th house or the 12th house. So in that case, again, relationships is still the theme, but this could be relationships outside our social norms. So if you want to learn more about nakshatras, I'm going to give a link below for my Navtara workshop. You guys can go buy that. And if you spend a little more time on it, on your chart and studying all the nakshatras, you will understand when you go through that course how all the 27 nakshatras relate to you and how the planets transiting through them can give you results. So this can be positive relationships and collaborations. This can be relationships outside our social norms, extramarital relationships. This can be very, very progressive towards material achievement and success with the power of Indra and Agni. That's a lot of fire and ambition coming together. Power and authority and ambition, all coming together. A lot of effort and focus in this nakshatra is there. And Ketu is also headless. Once it goes in a certain direction, it's just going to continue going towards that direction. So that can be there. But this nakshatra also suggests, there's a arched gateway also in this nakshatra. That is one of the symbols. The arched gateway is a gateway towards the highest path that we should be moving towards in life, which is spirituality. So for many, if only the Sattvic planets, Jupiter, Saturn, Moon are connected to this nakshatra in your natal chart, and now Ketu is transiting, this could be the beginning of a spiritual journey. So the beginning of a spiritual journey, the beginning of a relationship, the beginning of a partnership, the beginning of new opportunities, the forking in our life, taking us towards a new path in a very focused way, or the forking and making mistakes. All these themes are very, very prominent. All are very prominent in this nakshatra. So all depends where this nakshatra is in your natal chart, what all planets are associated with it, and then you have this Ketu Dasha here. But these are the major themes: relationships, achievement, success, partnerships, new opportunities, new options, lots of focus, and material success. So Ketu is the co-lord of Scorpio, and the sign of Scorpio is all about transformations. So the lord of the sign, the planet that signifies transformations, is in this nakshatra, which is a very, very transformative nakshatra. So all these themes are there: materialistic growth, progress, transformation. Always remember, this is the natural 8th house, which is about transformations. And of course, the 7th house. So Libra is also business, partnerships, relationships, and the 8th house of transformations. So the natal chart is extremely important. In transit, it's a positive transit which is going to bring about changes, and which is going to give us a lot of fire, a lot of ambition to manifest things at a material level, as well as to go towards a spiritual path. So spiritual progression is also very, very positive when you have a planet like Ketu transiting here. Your dashas will also, of course, be very, very important. So now I'm going to be talking about the individual nakshatras, starting from your Moon Nakshatra, or in simpler words in English, see in which lunar mansion your moon is posited. From that particular lunar mansion, you can see the results that you can be getting. So for the Ketu ruled nakshatras, if your moon is in Magha, in Mula, or Ashwini, for these 3 lunar mansions, this is not a very positive transit. There can be certain endings. Be very, very cautious, especially related to your relationships and business partnerships. Lots of transformations can be seen. For Ashwini people, this is very strongly also associated with marriage for you, because this is in your 7th house. And for Magha people, you will see more ups and downs in life, more of 8th house effects, sudden changes, sudden ups and downs in life. But for all 3, this is definitely not a very positive transit. Other than for Ashwini, this can result in certain partnerships and relationships, but also do check what it is like in your natal chart. If Vishakha is afflicted in any way, then wrong decisions and wrong choices can be made, because Ketu also suggests mistakes. Then for the Venus ruled nakshatras, which are Bharani, Purva Falguni, and Purvashada. So for these 3 nakshatras, this is a very auspicious time. This suggests some kind of achievement, success, and especially for Bharani natives, this could be success in career, achievements in career. But for Purvashada, this is not going to be a very, very positive transit, as it is going to be weighing on your mind, certain mistakes that you made in the past, because Ketu suggests mistakes can be bothering you on a very, very deep psychological level. And also you can see the lordship of Ketu. Whichever house Ketu rules in your chart, things related to that house could be bothering you. So this is for Purvashada. But on a general level, for Bharani, Purva Falguni, Purvashada, this is a time for achievement. Only Purvashada has to be more cautious about things related to the sign of Scorpio, what Scorpio indicates in your chart. Then for the sun ruled nakshatras, which are Kritika, Uttara Falguni, and Uttarashada. So this is not a very, very fortunate time for the sun ruled nakshatras. For Kritika, this is going to be a challenging time in career, more challenges in your career, whereas for Pura Falguni, you will experience more challenges in your personal life on a day-to-day basis. Then the moon ruled nakshatras, which are Rohini, Shravan and Hasta. So if we see on a very superficial level, then this is a fortunate transit for you. But for the Hasta ruled natives, you are definitely going to be disturbed at a very, very, deep level. This is not a comfortable transit. Ketu, in the 4th nakshatra, which is the Jati star, the 4th nakshatra from your natal moon, Ketu's transit is definitely going to be disturbing. And again, you can look out the houses that Ketu rules, the lordship of Ketu and the significations of that house, and those things could be weighing on your mind. For Shravan, this is definitely going to be a disturbing time, could be related to relationships, because that is one of the major themes regarding Vishakha. Especially if you are learning, if you're a student, if you're totally focused into something, you're going to be confused. There are going to be too many options in front of you, or you might have 2 opportunities in front of you, and there's going to be a lot of confusion and a big scope of making a mistake. So Shravan people, be very cautious in any kind of decision making. Then for the Mars ruled nakshatras, which are Mrigashira, and there's Chitra, and there's Dhanishta. So this is not a good transit for you. This is going to be more difficulties, especially for the Mrigashira natives. This is going to be difficulties related to career. For Chitra people, difficulties on a everyday kind of a situation, obstacles coming up. Whenever you're trying to do something, some kind of an obstacle comes up. So this doesn't necessarily have to be related to your career. This could be just day-to-day life, finding more of hardships, more of obstructions, that kind of a situation. Then the Rahu ruled nakshatras, so Ardara, and then there's Swati, and there's Shat Vishak. So this is a favorable transit for you. But for the Ardara natives, you are also not going to be very happy at a very subconscious level. Deep down, there is going to be some kind of a disturbance, especially related to relationships. Relationships will be disturbed right now. Very cautious about your partner. For Purvashada, for Ardara, and for Hasta, I would suggest meditating every day, because at a very deep level, at a very personal level, you're going to feel very disturbed about relationships. And remember to connect with your partner, stay close, don't let any communication gaps come in between, because those kind of themes will be quite bothersome in this transit, especially for these 3 nakshatra people. So not a very, very easy transit for Ardra natives. There can be some kind of issue related to business partnership as well for Ardra. So any kind of partnerships can be bothersome. So for these 3 nakshatra natives, meditation is recommended. And then for Swati and for Shat Vishak, you can expect better results. Then the Jupiter ruled nakshatras, which are Punarvasu, Vishakha itself, and Purv Bhadrapad. So this is also not a very fortunate transit for the Jupiter ruled nakshatras, because you have this planet transiting right over your moon. Especially Vishakha people are going to feel more disturbed, but it's also disturbing for the other 2 nakshatras. And for Punarvasu people, you could get opportunities to collaborate, or if you have collaborated with somebody in the past, you had some partnership, or you were in some relationship in the past, something like that could be coming up for you. So those kind of themes could play up for Punarvasu. Vishakha, I feel this is more disturbing for you, but it is disturbing for Purv Bhadrapad and Punarvasu as well. So not a very easy transit. Think of what Ketu rules in your chart, and those things could be bothering you right now. Then the Saturn ruled nakshatras, which are Pushya, Anuradha, and Uttar Bhadrapad. So this is a great transit for you. It's all about achievement and success, especially Anuradha people. You could expect some kind of a position or status, now. And Remember, the themes are again partnerships, collaborations, marriage, success, focus, and so all these themes can bring success for the Saturn ruled nakshatras. Then we talk about the Mercury ruled nakshatras, which are Jyeshtha, Revati and Ashlesha. So it's a fortunate transit for you as well. If you have a Ketu dasha, you will be getting good results of it. So that is all for now. You guys can again check out my link below for the nakshatra workshop, because if you study that and you go through it and you spend some time working things out on your chart, you will understand the transit of all the planets and what kind of a result they are giving to you from your natal nakshatra, from your natal moon nakshatra, from your lunar mansion that the moon is posited in your chart. So keep watching and see you in the next video. Bye bye for now.